Russia has begun urgently reinforcing its base in Armenia amid escalating tensions with Azerbaijan.
And we have one on Village Street, number 7. It's really cool, top notch.
Do you support Putin? Well, then why are you digging through the country?
Hello friends! Urgent! There have been explosions near Moscow and St. Petersburg. So, glory to the Ukrainian armed forces, right? Glory to Ukraine! Glory to the heroes! Now, here's where it gets really interesting. This is apparently an adjustment. No adjustments at all. Ukrainian drones are already hitting their targets precisely. Again, and again. Yes, again. And now, Russian airports. Goodbye.
There's a real apocalypse happening in Russian airports. Due to the drone threat, dozens of flights have been cancelled and more than 200 delayed. At Sheremetyevo and Pulkovo, passengers are sleeping on the floor, and those who have landed are being kept inside for 3 to 4 hours.
Well, at first, Russians pretended to be like civilized people.
Every metropolitan resident in distress needs to be given a basic survival kit. And in it, absolutely, no matter what, the very first thing must be pumpkin latte.
What pumpkin latte? I suddenly even started to feel sorry for the pumpkin. I can just imagine how that would look. No, but seriously, at first everything was actually fine. Well, some Russians were singing their patriotic songs. But you must understand, this is Russia, the formidable land of Mordor. Consequently, their mutual love could not possibly last for a very long time. First, the planes. And as for the girls, well, the girls started fighting. Pretty soon they're really gonna kill each other over there.
Why don't you provide us with a hotel?
Refused, no places to accommodate.
How many hotels are there? Cities. There are a lot of hotels around here.
No idea.
Provide us with a hostel. What should we do now?
What should you do? So, I guess I'll vote for Putin again? He will protect you 100%.
Hooray!
No, well, there is still an option. To go and have a showdown with the airport representative. Well, what else? It's all her fault. Not Putin, no. Absolutely.
No, actually it's not really. You are obligated because you hid your badge here. Well, you are at your workplace. What is your position here?
Well, you get it, right? Things are heating up. It's about to turn into a fight.
If a fight is inevitable,
You have to strike first.
Well, the Tsar himself said so, and the servants are eager to please. But there's one sketchy detail. These Russian women aren't hitting a fellow countrywoman, but a Chinese woman. Hey, you, the loyal ones, be more careful. Xi Jinping might not forgive something like that. Although, you know, Xi himself doesn't have the best security. Soothing music. Actually, here's what I want to say. Russians, those of you stuck in airports, things aren't actually that bad. You're the lucky ones. It's even worse out in the wild in Russia.
Grandma, can you tell me why your village is called Sviataya, Holy? Why? Why? Because the district administration put a cross on it.
No, that's not even the point here. The issue is more serious. Russia is preparing for a new war, this time with Azerbaijan.
How much more can we possibly take from this situation? How much more really can we endure?
Russia has started urgently reinforcing its base in Armenia. Against the backdrop of escalating tensions with Azerbaijan, troops are being transferred there from Rostov, Volgograd, and even from occupied Crimea. Volunteers are being urgently recruited in Ossetia and Adygea. Is this preparation for a real conflict?
What conflict you talking? Russia preparing for a war with Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan has turned its back on Russia. All Russian events have been cancelled in the country, and Russian media outlets have been raided. 2 employees of the local Sputnik branch have been arrested. On television, Russia is criticized for its imperial ambitions.
And Russian troops will enter from Armenian territory. Look, Solovyov is already spewing his filth.
That's why I believe that the activities of British and Turkish intelligence services in Azerbaijan aimed at destabilization will ultimately lead to only one thing: unimaginable losses and tragedy.
Well, wait a minute, that's kind of insulting. So, in the upcoming war with Azerbaijan, it's the British and Turkish intelligence services who are to blame? And what about Ukraine? I must have missed something.
Russia has never threatened and is not threatening Azerbaijan.
Oh, no, of course, never threatened. Well, the Russian Ministry of Defense shot down a plane over Aktau. Well, 38 people died. What kind of threats are those, huh? That's just nothing, just dust.
Fire! I said, fire! Miss! Again! Fire! Again! Is there fire?
All right. What else did Peskov say this time? It's interesting, though.
The root cause was, in fact, the investigative actions, the measures and work to solve the crime, including those against Azerbaijani citizens on the territory of the Russian Federation. That's it. But of course, the Kiev regime will do everything it can to spin this information in a way that further provokes tension.
Well, that's it. I actually feel a bit better now. So, does that mean Ukraine is to blame for Russia entering Azerbaijani territory with Armenia? Is that right?
Of course, the Kiev regime.
Oh, what an idiot. No, seriously, honestly, this is just total trash. Honestly, I have only one conclusion.
It feels like Moscow senses that it's losing control over the Caucasus, and so it's resorting to its old methods again. More guns, more soldiers, more pressure. But the question is it too late? The Caucasus is already starting to speak a different language, without fear.
Oh, by the way, speaking of the Caucasus, there's another fearless Highlander here. No, not B, but Don.
Dear friends, I'm glad to welcome you once again to the Republic. We have the opportunity to talk about problematic issues, directions, and what needs to be improved. Ramza Kadyrov. I want to thank all of you for coming to the Republic, and not just coming, but opening a road, a bridge behind you.
Well, yes, Kadyrov, Ramzan. Now, you have to specify, since a competitor has shown up. All right!
Every voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine today. Join us now.
So, Don says he's not planning to die anytime soon, like everything's fine, Adam. Even though he's underage, should wait. I want to torment Chechnya myself, you get it?
If the system is well established, there's no need to hold meetings every day. It's enough to call someone in or make a phone call, give any assignment. That's the kind of system we have. In their opinion, if someone doesn't attend a meeting, it means they're either on their deathbed or already dead. Not gonna happen.
This is the first time in 3 months that Kadyrov has dragged himself to a meeting. Officially, it was to talk about how Chechnya is helping to defeat Ukraine. Ahmad, that's it! Allahu Akbar! But honestly, it would be better if Kadyrov just stayed at home or in the hospital in Grozny.
He's holding a meeting.
And everyone is just sitting there like, holy cow, what are you talking about? You're a walking mummy. Practically a corpse, aren't you? Hello, my dear friend. Meanwhile, Kadyrov's men are burning a whole convoy in the Lipetsk region. And Don keeps talking about victories. Dreamer!
Are the vehicles burning? Yes.
On the highway.
Oh Lord, help us. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Have mercy on those people. The main thing is that everyone survives.
Well, for everyone to survive, that's unlikely in the land of Mordor. In general, you know, there are more and more doomed people in the Russian Federation. So what do you think about that? Putin has signed a law that allows people without Russian citizenship to sign contracts with the Ministry of Defense to serve in the armed forces of the Russian Federation. But do you know where the real chaos is happening? That's right, in the so-called DNR.
This is our daily walk to the first outside to get water. That's the kind of line we have here. The rest, like the elderly women who can't make it here, are collecting water from puddles.
And for those from these quasi-republics who went to fight against Ukraine, they're now being told outright, no one is going to get you out of captivity, period.
As I was told at the Ministry of Defense, there are unofficial instructions to prioritize bringing Russian soldiers back from captivity first. Accordingly, the lists are drawn up so that our paratroopers and guardsmen are the first to be exchanged, and only after that those mobilizing to the People's Militia of the DPR and LPR are considered.
So why go fight against Ukraine at all? Is it like when there are celebrities and stars around and you just start to lose your mind slowly, right? Is that the reason or what?
I recently had a situation. I was hosting a live broadcast.
Well, yeah, that's her, the so-called Miss, the so-called DNR Alina Andreevskaya. And what was that live broadcast about? I'm just a bit embarrassed to ask. Personally, for me here, my own strengths.
And at Ilyich 7, we have a really great promotion called chainsaws. You know, we need chainsaws so we can saw things. Or more precisely, to cut and saw things down.
Alina, why though? Enough! Honestly, I really don't even know how to react. Well, maybe her content will get better later on?
Hello, my dears. I've received a question about how I do my lipstick. I've shown my eyebrows, I've shown my eyeliner, now I'll show you how I do my lips.
Alina, that's truly enough now, please. Just stop, really. No more of this.
Who could have created such a magnificent thing? I look upon it, and my eyes truly rejoice.
No, Alina definitely won't stop. Let me show you Putin's electorate instead. Those who will always vote for him, no matter what.
Do you support Putin?
Yeah.
Then why are you digging through the trash?
There's no work.
But you still support Putin?
Well, what else can I do?
By the way, it's not just ordinary mortals who lose their minds on the rafts of civilization. Even entire ministers across the border suddenly become what? That's right, mortals too.
Shocking news. Roman Starovite committed suicide in Odintsovo. Today, he was removed from his position as head of the Russian Ministry of Transport.
In general, this very same Starovite, who has now shot himself...
It's no secret that this is a first for me.
Well, congratulations on your first! He was, of course, a very interesting character. Once, even that nasty little Putin used to send him telegrams.
Friends and colleagues congratulated Roman Starovite on his anniversary. A telegram with important words also arrived from the Kremlin, from the president of the country, Vladimir Putin.
Your outstanding business and personal qualities, as well as your solid professional experience, help you today in tackling the serious and multifaceted challenges facing the governor of the Kursk region.
Did you hear that right? The supposedly self-killed, or maybe not self-killed, Starovoy, guys, let's stay upbeat and keep working, was the governor of the Kursk region until 2024. And by the way, a big fan of Wagner, PMC and Prigozhin personally.
The governor of the Kursk region, Roman Starovite, stated that he, along with officials from the local administration, underwent retraining courses at the Wagner PMC camp. And never mind that the convicts have a hefty record of murders, robberies and rapes behind them. They'll get pardoned anyway. Wonderful, respectable people?
Well, besides Prigozhin, Starovite also really loved money.
According to one version, he could have become a suspect in a case about embezzlement during the construction of defensive structures in the region, which did nothing to stop the Ukrainian armed forces from entering.
Well, that's just as well. The Ukrainian armed forces are still getting their job done in the Kursk region. But here's what Starovite left behind on Kursk soil. But really, who cares? This is Russia after all.
We've been living in our native village for 12 months now. Without electricity, without communication, there are no stores. We have a lot of pensioners living here and they have nowhere to go, not even to buy bread or anything else.
Well, Putin saw a kindred corrupt soul in Starovite, quickly lured him to Moscow and appointed him as the Minister of Transport of the Russian Federation.
Now we're starting the implementation of a project to build a museum complex. It's a very good initiative.
For the Kursk region
and for all
of Russia.
Well, maybe the initiative is good, but the outcome is so-so.
After that, he took his own life at his home in the Moscow region.
What exactly is going on here with us in this particular situation?
Well, nothing special, really. First, Putin publicly and ostentatiously appoints a new Minister of Transport.
I would like to respectfully suggest that you take another significant step forward, truly up your professional career ladder, and work as the acting Minister of Transportation of the Russian Federation, effective immediately.
But then, as they say, a bullet to the forehead means a bullet to the forehead. By the way, they say it wasn't at home, but actually in the parking lot.
Guys, don't film, please don't record. We have special, I'll hold you accountable right now, please. Don't film, please bring the person here, put the phone away, please step back.
Video recording is prohibited here. Turn the camera off for fuck's sake.
How can this be? The person loved their job. They just couldn't handle being fired and killed themselves.
You fucking fuck off. You too. Fuck off, fuck off. Ow!
Shit! Well, and over there, behind the curb, some people must be kept at work with a chain, and even that doesn't help.
Look, folks, this particular individual who is employed at ZBI did not show up for work for several consecutive days. The boss chained him up like this.
First of all, ZBI stands for the Transbaikal Concrete Products Plant. Secondly, well, the chain is only half the trouble. At least it wasn't Prigozhin's sledgehammer. Okay, friends?
He put a lock on it, so what, did he chain you to the radiator? And he chained him to the radiator. He managed to unchain himself from the radiator to get loose.